hard-boiled egg and some kiwi and some cottage cheese. 2 of those Mommy can't have. So Mommy has kiwi and a protein bar. Good morning. I have a frog in my throat. Happy Monday. I hope you're looking forward to today. I hope something good is happening today. I am not looking forward to today. My anxiety is like, can't even get my hand in the screen. That's how high it is. There's like always cars coming when I'm trying to do something as so important as vlogging. Don't they know I'm like putting content out on the internet? My gosh. Anyways. My anxiety is really high because I have to go to the dentist today. And not just the dentist, I have to go to the guy who did my root canal in April. It has never stopped bothering me. And lately it's gotten much worse. I thought it was partially, this is a sad story, a tale of woe, if you will. I have bad teeth. I've always had bad teeth. I've had a lot of cavities. I've had a lot of fillings. Like, nothing good in here. They look nice. They're not nice. They ruined my life consistently. Because I was sick for 9 months with Nova, it made them even worse. Like that constant acid coming up from your stomach. Since Nova has been born, I've had three crowns, and I had 1 put on while I was pregnant. So I'm in the process of getting the 3rd one. There's a temporary crown on it right now. So the tooth in the middle, there's 3 teeth on the bottom on the left right here that have crowns on them now. And the one in the middle is the one I had to get a root canal on first. So it's been bothering me on and off. And I thought that it was partially the tooth in front of it that hadn't had a crown yet. And that is true. However, I still can't eat on that side of my mouth. I haven't been able to eat on the left side of my face for over a year. And I made an appointment. I've been putting it off. 1, because it's very hard to get an appointment at a time when I have childcare, which is Friday mornings. My husband has today off work, so I'm gonna leave the baby with him and go. I obviously can't take a baby to the orthodontist, the oral surgeon. I thought there was a car coming. I got nervous. So childcare has been an issue for that. Also, I just don't want to go. Like, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna be terrible. I don't even know, like, the anxiety I have around going to the dentist is so high all the time. Like, I can't sleep. I didn't sleep last night very well. Not that I've been sleeping very well, but last night especially because I knew I had that appointment today. And I'm terrified that what they're going to tell me is we have to go back in there. I'm sure they have to go back in there and do something, but I have a crown on top of it. And if they have to drill a hole through that crown, I'm going to cry because we certainly can't afford to put another crown on top of it. Like, there's a reason that the 3rd one only just now, after she's a year, has a temporary crown on it because they're very expensive and insurance only pays for a little bit. So I'm like on the struggle bus today for real. Like, I've already cried twice this morning because I'm just very emotional. I'm hoping I'm gonna like beg him, like, is there any way you can get into that tooth? Not through the top of my crown, because I don't know. We might have to have it pulled, but it's in the middle. So if I have it pulled, then my other teeth are gonna shift. And then I'd have to get a bridge or an implant, neither of which insurance covers. So I'm a little stressed today. I'm trying to like not take this out on her because she doesn't deserve it. But I have to leave at noon, which is in 4 hours. And I'm not looking forward to going. hopefully it won't be awful news. I imagine I won't have much to say afterwards. I mean, I could show up and they'd just be like, oh, this is what we have to do. We'll have to reschedule you for that at another time. I don't know how long I'm gonna be there. I don't know how long it's gonna take. I don't know how much it's gonna cost. Like, I'm stressed about the whole thing. I don't know how much it's gonna hurt, but probably a lot. So, try not to take that out on her or my husband. But I am a little bit on the struggle bus. I did do my hip exercises this morning already. And this one's in a pretty good mood. No tooth in her mouth that I can feel, which honestly leads me to be like, was she actually sick? She never had a fever, except for 99 that one time. Like, was she actually sick and not teething? It's so hard to tell with babies. I don't know what I'm doing. I wish I knew what I was doing. All parenting is guessing half the time, I feel. So we're both on a walk so that we can calm down. She was getting cranky being inside, and I am cranky about life today. So we're on a walk. When we got back from our walk, there was a giant box sitting on the front porch from a lovely person named Amanda, who is a patron and just a dear person to me. And Nova is desperate to get into this package. So we're gonna have to open it right now. Hey, you want me to help you? Yay! This one? You going with it? What's in there? Does it say Merry Christmas? Does it say Merry Christmas? To Nova? It says for Nova. What is that? Is that a sweater for you? That's a handmade sweater for Nova? Oh my gosh. It's so pretty. Oh, it's beautiful. Nova, that's for you. What do you think? Yeah? Do you like it? That's for Nova. That looks like it's for you. What is it? Yeah? Hold it up. Is it so shiny? You got some clothes? Is that for Nova? Pants? What do you think? What are you doing? Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Those are so cute. Pretty sure I've never seen anything this cute in my life. It's so sparkly. And anytime I touch it, the baby wants to grab it immediately and take it away. These are super cute. I cannot believe you made her a sweater. Oh my gosh. It's gonna be perfect. So it's like 80 degrees in Florida right now. We had like a couple of weeks of cold weather and then it went away. But it's supposed to come back after Christmas, and we're going to St. Augustine after Christmas, which is 4 hours north, to meet up with my husband's family because they haven't seen her only one time. They've seen the baby. So she will wear all of that because it's definitely going to be colder up north. Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
If I could keep you little, I'd hum you lullabies. But then I'd miss you singing your concert's big surprise. If I could keep you little, I'd hold your hand everywhere. But then I'd miss you knowing I can go and you stay there. If I could keep you little, I'd kiss your cuts and scrapes. But then I'd miss you learning from your own mistakes. If I could keep you little, I'd strap you in real tight. But then I'd miss you swinging from your treetop height. If I could keep you little, I'd decide on matching clothes. But then I'd miss you choosing dots on top and stripes below. If I could keep you little, I'd cut your bread in shapes. But then I'd miss you finding I like ketchup with my grapes. If I could keep you little, I'd tell you stories every night. But then I'd miss you reading all the words you'd learn by sight. If I could keep you little, I'd pick for you a friend or two. But then I'd miss you finding friends you like who like you too. If I could keep you little, we'd nap in our fort midday. But then I'd miss you sharing adventures from camp away. If I could keep you little, I'd fly you with my feet. But then I'd miss you seeing sky and clouds from your seat. If I could keep you little, I'd keep you close to me. But then I'd miss you growing into who you're meant to be.
That last page always gets me. Every time. Whoa. You just hit the camera. Did you just hit the camera? Not interested?
Lola?
You're not interested in filming right now?
In the afternoon I run and play. There are so many things I can do today. I hear the oh come, Emmanuel, and ransom captive Israel that mourns in lonely exile here until the Son of God appear. Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel shall come to thee, O Israel. Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel shall come to thee, O Israel.
I'm back. So the baby had to go to sleep. She was getting very cranky and I didn't want her to eat everything else that was in the box, but she so enjoyed ripping those packages open and the clothing was just beautiful. Thank you. So I put her to bed. We read some books. We sang some songs. She cried, of course, but she actually only cried for about 3 minutes and then put herself to sleep. So I'm counting that as a win. And then I did some furious work on my computer. And now I have about 15 minutes before I have to get her up again. So I thought I would dig into the rest of this box. Truly, like, Amanda, you shouldn't have. You did. I don't know what to say. This is all, I haven't looked at any of this yet. The universe is funny, right? Like, what a day for a box. Like, I've never had a box arrive at 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. in the morning. Like, that's unheard of in our neighborhood. Our mail comes at like 7 p.m. at night. And on the day I'm like on the verge of panicking about the dentist, that is when the box shows up full of happiness. So, I don't know. Let's just, this is the first time I'm seeing any of this along with you, but I did want to show you a close-up. Look at this sweater. Look at the beautiful color work. And look at these beautiful floats. Knitting color work is something that is very much beyond me. I love the sparkly buttons. I just love it. I love that it's blue. She's gonna look amazing in it, and she's definitely gonna be wearing it. And I think it's big enough probably for her to wear for this year and next year, but we'll see. Oh, it's so pretty. There's tea, of course. Can you send a package with yarn without tea in it? I don't think so. There's some delightful little fabric squares. Oh, I really like that one. These are either scraps or fat quarters, but someday, if I can ever get my sewing machine out, I can make some more bags. I would like to do that. This is a package of ice yarn. It is alpaca. Sorry for the crinkling. Alpaca something. Let me dig it out and I can tell you exactly what it is. 20% alpaca, 40% merino, 10% mohair, 30% acrylic. It's a size 2 yarn. And this is 50 grams, 350 meters. So that would be, that's not a size 2, is it? That would be like a lace weight yarn. And then there's purple and dark blue and light blue. Someday I'm gonna try color work. I feel like that would be perfect for that. This is On the Round Artisan Yarn and Fiber. It says Everyday Light Fingering Weight Superwash Merino Wool in the colorway Sweetheart Duet. Oh, it's a single. You can see it's a single ply. Oh, it's pink. I love the pink. This is the same. Oh, this must go with this one. This is also On the Round. Okay, so Sweetheart Duet. I understand now. These two are meant to go together because it says Sweetheart Duet, so they must have come in a pack. They both say the same thing. They're really, really pretty. Really pretty. This is Flock Fiber Studio in the colorway Puppy Love. Aw, that's so sweet. This is a single as well. It's 100% superwash merino singles. I love single yarn, especially for like cowls and shawls and things like that, because the wear on them is great for that. And the stitch definition that you get on a single ply yarn is fabulous. This is On the Round. This one's applied yarn. These ones are singles. I'm sorry, I keep like, the lighting is like terrible in here right now. This is called Purple Rain, and this is a plied yarn. This is superwash merino 80%, 20% nylon. This would make, I can just tell by feeling this that this would make a really good pair of socks. There's two of these Audine wools by Knit Crate. The colorway Penumbra. Don't know what that means. It's 70% merino, 20% mohair, 10% silk. Oh my gosh. And this is 120 yards for 100 grams. So that would be a bulky weight yarn. This might be, oh, that's something else. So this would make, I actually think I may make a hat out of this. I think it needs to be a hat. If you see this kind of ply on a yarn as well, like that, the stitch definition on that is also going to be really, really amazing. This one I thought was similar, but it's actually different. It's American Life with the Long Island Yarn Crawl. Limited edition. Let's see what it is. Worsted weight, 100 yards, 3 ounces, 85 grams. it is 67% alpaca, 30% merino, and 3% silk. Hold it right there. Yeah, that's pretty true to color. That's really, really pretty. This is Long Island Livestock Company, limited series. Let's see. The color is champagne. Contributor is Sebastian Jefferson. So this must be like from a local sheep in the Long Island Livestock Company, I guess. It says it's 75% alpaca and 25% wool. With sparkle. Can you see the sparkle? Oh yeah, if I hold it right there. It's got gold sparkle in it. And it's really, really soft because of the alpaca. So this is like homegrown yarn. This is alpaca as well. 80% alpaca, 20% tencel. What is tencel? I can't remember. This is Audine wools as well in the colorway Cordial. This is super duper soft. So soft. If anyone knows what tencel is, comment below. I know mostly it's like nylon that you put in, but I know tencel is not nylon. I should just Google this myself. This is Aya Fibers. This is again a merino single, so it's 100% merino. Oh no, actually it has all their bases listed on the back, so I wasn't reading too fast. This is Mcn Socks, so it's 80% merino, 10% cashmere, 10% nylon in the colorway Mon Chéri, which reminds me of Pepe Le Pew, the cartoon skunk, when he's like, oh, Mon Chéri. That's probably like very offensive to French people, I don't know, but that's what popped into my head when I read the name of that. And then there's this one. This is Honeybee Knits. This is first of all, this looks like Christmas to me. Christmas and gingerbread. It's the colorway of Very Merry Knitmas. Oh my gosh. So of course it's Christmas. I was right. It is 75% merino, 20% nylon, and 5% sparkle. I really, really like this one. These two so far are my favorites, although I like all of them. This is definitely lace weight ice yarns, kid mohair. So 30% kid mohair, 30% acrylic, 40% nylon. Polyamide, that's the word I was trying to think. Polyamide is nylon. This I think would be perfect to hold double with something, because this is a lace weight. This is the same type of yarn that I held double to make the Musselburgh hat that I held double with a fingering weight, and it just gave it like the most beautiful halo. So yeah. That's amazing. This is thicker, similar but thicker, I think. Let's see. This is 30% kid mohair, 30% acrylic, 40% polyamide, but this is super fine. Actually, it might be the same. It doesn't look the same though. I think it is. This is it's number one. Super fine. So these are the same. Would it be crazy to make a blanket? This is all black. Oh no, it's not. This is black and this is olive green down here. Probably hard to tell with the lighting, but this is all the same yarn. Would it be crazy to make a blanket with this yarn held double? Because it would be the fluffiest blanket in the world, wouldn't it? The wheels are turning. So this I can tell, yes, this is the same. So kid mohair fine. Why did you have so much of this yarn, Amanda? What project were you planning with 3 bags of kid mohair fine from Ice Yarns? And did you ever make projects with this yarn? I'm dying to know. I really, really like this blue. That's amazing. That may have to be held in some kind of sweater project. Something else is stuck down here. This is Ice Yarns. What does it say? It's the same as well. This is kid mohair fine as well, and this is all the neutrals. So it's pretty much every color of the rainbow. It's so fabulous. And I really enjoyed working with the ice yarns when I've only used it, that particular one time so far, and it was held double with fingering weight to make the muscle burra hat, but I really enjoyed knitting with it. I assume it would be just as good in crochet. I'll just have to try it. It's gonna be, oh, my wheels are turning. Oh, but there's more. There's more. I'm gonna pull it all out so I stop bending down. And then, oh God, I'm literally gonna fall off the chair. Instead of me dropping something, I'm gonna fall over. Okay. This is Alex Creates. Oh my gosh. What a great yarn. I follow him on Instagram. Alex Creates is in New York City. He is a fabulous dyer. He also makes like pottery and like spins art yarn, and he does all kinds of stuff. This is the colorway Skyline, which, yeah, I think that's pretty accurate. This is amazing. I've never tried his yarn before, I don't think. Did I? No, I've never tried his yarn before. There's two people on Instagram. There's Alex Creates, and then there's Leon Alexander Yarns, and I feel like they have a very similar aesthetic. And Leon Alexander Yarns, I made a hat out of, which is, it was an amazing pink hat. I did eventually end up relinquishing that hat to someone else because I didn't make the ribbing on the hat as wide as I would like it personally for myself. It was a small amount of ribbing, and just for my personal style, I like more. So yeah, this is beautiful. This is Knitography Farm Yarns. It's 50 grams, 100% something not in English. Plantefarget Norsk Ull. I don't know what that means. I'm gonna have to look it up, but it is a beautiful gradient. A beautiful blue gradient. I'm gonna have to clearly do some Googling. There's this skein of Lichen and Lace, another dyer that I have heard nothing but lovely things about. I know that this dyer is at like the biggest yarn event, Rhinebeck. I can't even think of the name of the biggest yarn event in America. This is a colorway Lilac. It's 80-20 sock yarn, so 80% merino, 20% nylon. Beautifulness. I've always wanted to try her yarn. This is Blue Sky Fibers. Blue Sky Fibers is pretty famous, I think. Like, you can get them in quite a few yarn stores. So this is a yarn that a lot of people have access to if you want to like touch it. This is this is a partnership though. This is a Blue Sky Fibers partnership with the Long Island Yarn Farm. So this was made in America yarn in the colorway Blue Sky. And then I'm pretty sure these all go together. Oh no, this one's coming undone. I have made a mistake. Ah! It's just yarn, right? I can put it back together like so. So there are 4 of these. They are super duper soft. Llama Una. Pure baby llama yarn. What? From Peru. 100% baby llama. That's amazing. I'm trying to see, it has the shade is 8210. So maybe it doesn't have like an official yarn color name, but look at that. Baby llama is like, it's really soft. Like, I'm putting on my neck right now. It's super duper soft, and I love blue and gray. Is anything better than blue and gray? No, not even hot pink. Hot pink is second in line. And this is Ice Yarns. This is, I am assuming, their sock yarn. 75-25 superwash wool nylon. I think these would make some amazing neutral socks for people that like neutral socks, especially dudes. Some dudes like very brightly colored socks, but most of the ones I know don't. If I could convince my husband to let me make him socks, I would totally make them in this. I cannot. He only has a Gramps sweater, but maybe someday I can make him, convince him. So like, let's pick this up. Look at this. giant pile of yarn. And there's 2 bags of ice yarn on the floor over there. And a colorwork hand knit baby sweater for Nova. I'm not going to keep all of this. I'm not going to be greedy. Some of this will be used to bless other people and giveaways, etc. I will not hoard all of the yarn, but it is so beautiful and so lovely. And my creative juices are flowing. And even if my anxiety comes back the second I stop recording, I've had quite a few minutes of just sniffing some yarn fumes and not thinking about the fact that I have to go to the oral surgeon again today. So thank you, Amanda. You're as always, too kind, too generous. And I don't deserve to have you in my life, but I have nothing but love for you. And Nova will too. I'm on the way to the dentist. Oh, I'm so anxious. I don't know if this will be helpful for anyone. I'm just telling you maybe to get it out of my body, but anxiety is something that will show up in your body, whether you want it to or not. It's going to have some physical signs. You may have unique physical signs to you that no one else has, or at least you have to figure out what they are. But like, here's an example of anxiety in my body. I have a slight headache and my stomach is in knots. Also, I had to go with Nova to the post office to pick up a package because it was signature required. Which it shouldn't have been. It wasn't like an expensive item. It was a necklace that we had ordered off of Etsy as a Christmas present for my sister-in-law. And it was signature required. And you know, they always come. I could be home 23 out of 24 hours. And it's the 1 minute I'm not there that you have to sign for it. So I had to go to the post office and pick it up. And when I opened it in the car, just to make sure that everything was intact and fine, it like exploded with tiny gold glitter stars, which I am a fan of glitter. I don't mind glitter, but I wasn't expecting that. And now there's gold glitter stars all over the car. And I literally, in that moment when like gold glitter stars went everywhere, almost burst into tears. Like, I was that close over something that's like pretty insignificant. Like, so my car has some sparkle now. And if it bothers me like really bad, I could just vacuum it out. It's not the end of the world. Like, no one's hurt. It's not a big deal, logically. But in my body, like that unexpected thing happening and the unexpected mess all of a sudden almost made me cry. So like, you kind of have to slow down and assess yourself. If you know that anxiety is something that you deal with, or even like rage or depression or any kind of feelings that are considered negative but aren't necessarily, they're just telling you something's wrong or something, you know, is not feeling okay to you. Your body will give you signals before your mind does. Now, I was already prepared to have anxiety today because we're going to the dentist today. But let's just say this was a normal day, normal, regular day, nothing weird going on, and I almost cried over gold glitter stars. I would immediately start being like, okay, what is the root of this? Like, why is this upsetting me so much? So I don't know if that will be helpful for anyone. I hope so. Like, just to notice the cues that your body is giving you. I can't stop myself, but I have been doing a ton of deep breathing on the way. I left a little bit later than I wanted to, should have. Part of the dentist is really only like half an hour away from me, but I need to get something to eat. Part of the things that I hate about when any dental work is done is you have to get numbed, and I have to get extra numbed because I can always feel it. They always have to use like double the amount of numbing on me. So then I'm numb forever, which means I can't eat, which means I get hangry and cranky. So I always build in time to stop and get something to eat on the way, because that is something that will calm my anxiety. And I always stop and get something to eat on the way instead of eating before I leave the house, because that is one thing that I can do physically in the car that will occupy my brain and keep me from spiraling out of control. Also, I like to pull into the dentist office at least a few minutes, like preferably 10 minutes before my appointment. I don't like to rush in at the last second, and I know this because I've been to the dentist a lot, especially in the last year. I need time to sit there and calm down. Otherwise, like the minute the dentist talks to me, I'm gonna start crying, like for sure. I'm just almost crying thinking about it. I'm just very nervous. I honestly don't even know if any dental work is going to be done today. Like, is it just going to be a consultation and they tell me I'm going to have to come back and then I have to arrange more childcare? Or is this something that we can get done today? Is there going to drill a hole in my crown? Am I going to have to get a new crown? I don't know. I truly have no idea. But I don't like the unknown. It makes me very uncomfortable. So I'm going to get something to eat and then continue on my way. Hopefully the drive-thru line doesn't take very long, because it is prime lunchtime. Prime lunchtime. Through the magic of video, it is an hour and a half later. I have been at the oral surgeon. I got seen, they did an x-ray, they couldn't really see anything, so I had to get one of those x-rays, like it's almost like a CAT scan almost, where it takes like all the pictures around your head of the whole tooth. So he did that, he adjusted my bite a little bit, but so insurance does not cover the CT scan of my tooth, but thankfully it showed that there's no infection in the tooth. There's just this inflammation that won't go away for 8 months. So that's majorly good news because it means they don't have to take the crown off and drill everything out and do it back, like redo it. So that's really good news. What I do need, because it's not healing, it's not going away. What's going to happen is I'm going to go back in January in about 4 weeks, and my insurance should cover this procedure with only like a $50 charge per the lady at the front desk. They're basically going to cut into my gum underneath the tooth and remove several millimeters of the tissue itself that won't heal, and then sew me up. So I'll have a few stitches in my mouth around that tooth and probably won't. But he said that that should really, really help. So yeah. I feel like I'm saying a lot. Basically, I don't know what to say other than I'm so relieved that they don't have to take the crown off or drill a hole in the crown that I could literally just cry all the way home, I think. Like, it was $200 today for the examination and the scan that insurance won't cover, but to have the procedure itself be covered next year is pretty great. I'm sure it's going to be awful. And the appointment's at 8 a.m. But maybe there'll be a light at the end of the tunnel. Maybe I can like eat on that side of my face again for the first time in a year. So yeah, I'm definitely going to have an anxiety hangover, I like to call it. So obviously my mouth is not numb or anything, so I'm talking normally because they didn't do anything like that. But when I'm this anxious for any extended period of time, like I have been all day, the next day, like I might be fine tonight and I might even sleep well tonight, but I'm probably gonna have a crappy day tomorrow. Like just emotionally, it's almost like a hangover. Like if you drink too much, you're gonna feel like crap the next day. When you have too much anxiety, I feel like crap the next day. It's like an emotional exhaustion. So I'm not really looking forward to that, but I am super duper relieved that maybe there's a light at the end of the tunnel and that it's not going to cost a fortune. 9 p.m. I'm just popping on to say goodnight. The baby only cried for half an hour tonight instead of an hour. So I guess that's a win. I don't know. Well, the last time when she finally conked out, her little tear-stained face just kills me, man. Like, and her little cry was like hoarse because she spent so long crying last night. How am I supposed to live through that? She's gonna wake up tomorrow and be fine. I probably would be fine, except that today has happened. So I'm kind of already feeling the emotional hangover. I'm gonna take some more ibuprofen for this headache. And I'm gonna try to crochet a couple of stitches before bed. I don't know. I technically have had an hour to be crocheting already. But I couldn't do it. I didn't have the energy. Especially after she cried like she did. It like physically hurts me when she cries like that. But she's sleeping now. Chances are she'll sleep through the night. The question is, will I? I do want to show you, I got a fun Christmas card today from a lovely person named Lorna. And she sent some little handmade Christmas ornaments with some 2 snowflakes and a tree, which are definitely going on Nova's tiny tree. So she can take them on and off and on and off and on and off and on and off like she does with the felt ornaments. And I got a Christmas card from my lovely friend Emmy, and it says, Saint Festivus Maximus, the patron saint for the airing of grievances, which is hilarious because, as we all know, the first tradition of Festivus is an airing of grievances. Festivus for the rest of us. And I think that's fitting for today because I'm not very much in the Christmas spirit. I'm in the Festivus spirit. I have many grievances. But tomorrow will be different, right? Fingers crossed the emotional hangover doesn't ruin tomorrow. We'll see. I'll see you in the morning. Sleep well, friends.